All right, guys, so here's a quick tip when it comes to sales. I'm right now just busy with like a bunch of follow-ups. It's Sunday, 4 p.m. on a Sunday. I'm just like sending a bunch of LinkedIn requests from, the opportunities we generated from cold email over the past week or so. And I've been doing that for like an hour now. Just taking it easy. I know that every minute I spend doing that, I'll make more money, so fuck it. Now, here's a quick lesson when it comes to this stuff, because I was having a conversation. I'm not going to name who they are, but they're pretty big in the online outbound space. They have a software company and blah, blah, blah. And I realized like they were one of my leads, right? Who replied via cold email. And I just reached out randomly, haven't spoken to them in a couple months. And I just sent a templated message. I was like, hey, we haven't spoken in a while. I hope you're well. How you doing, right? And they replied immediately, and we were like going back and forth now for like 5-10 minutes. And he sent me something because he was like trying to get me on a sales call, trying to get me onto a demo. I basically asked him, how's everything? He replied and said, yeah, everything's great. We're booking like 500 demos a month through our software, blah, blah, blah. Again, not going to mention the name. And I was like, hell yeah, man. Like, we're in the same business. I also book sales calls for my clients and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, we're not an agency. We're a vendor, a software vendor. And he's like, but you're actually a part of our ICP, right? You're our ideal customer. You're an agency. And I was like, okay, interesting. And after a couple back and forths, he was like, he just tried to set me on a call. He was like, let me think what he said. He was like, down for a quick chit chat next week. And I haven't replied yet, but here's the thing. When I read that, here's the golden nugget. When I read that, I was like, at first I was like, oh, this guy's trying to set me. And then that was like 3 seconds that I said that to myself. And then I started getting excited. I'm like, that's pretty cool. Like he's good at what he does. I respect the hustle. Okay. Number 2, I respect the hustle. Number 3, I know it's a sales call. It's a fucking demo because he says we do X and I know what their company does. I know he's trying to set me onto a call for the sales team or for him to try to sell me their software, right? And they're probably going to pitch me anywhere between a couple $100s for a first payment all the way through to, $5K setup fee to get started, right? I know that. I know that right now before I've even replied. What's my point? My point is, I have a smile on my face reading that message. I still want to speak to him, even though I know it's a sales call. Because that number one, it does not stop real connections, okay? Just because it's sales and you're connecting with someone trying to make a living and grow their company and potentially like make a massive valuation for the company and grow a team, whatever, like, that has nothing to do with human connection. Like, it's still, number one, you can actually build real, true connections that way by having this abundant mindset. Number 2, you can learn a lot. You can learn a lot for your business. And like that's how you gain insights is seeing how other people are doing it, right? So, like when you start to see things in a positive light, right? In a positive perspective, it changes the game because everything you do, you can either have it destruct you or it can build you, right? And it's just a choice to see it that way. And so, yeah, like as soon as I think this way, my fear for sales, my fear for like the next person I speak to, from a cold email or from a cold LinkedIn DM or something, like my conviction is through the roof. Because like I know how I perceive others trying to set me, right? So now my fear of setting someone else on a call is gone as well, because I will just assume they'll see it the same way I'm seeing this person, right? And if they don't, they're wrong. And so that's my conviction. It's like, well, if they're going to judge me, then that's their bad perspective. It's got nothing to do with me. Because it's absolutely possible for someone trying to book you onto a call to be a great thing. Because it's like, dude, I'm genuinely excited to hop on a call with this guy, even if I know he's trying to sell me. And that's worst case. Best case is he's like a really good business professional, and he's like not pushy, right? So, and then it's even better, right? So yeah, it's like, I don't know, like leading by example. How you do something, it's like the law of duality. It comes back to you, right? And so that's why also in the high ticket game, in the business game, whatever, they say like you should be putting your money where your mouth is. If you want, especially for coaches, if you're a coach and you want someone to buy your course or one-on-one coaching or whatever, and you're not investing in others, you're gonna have a very hard time closing deals because you have no conviction. Like why would someone else invest in you if you're not even willing to invest in yourself, right? And why must someone else invest in themselves and you convince them to do so if you're not willing to do it for yourself? So this is kind of the same thing. It's like you don't just talk, you walk, right? You walk your talk. And so, yeah. And it's also treat others the way you want to be treated, right? It's all of those things. Every single thing I just said, it's all of those things. So, yeah, this perspective is really helping me. And it has helped me for a while. But right now, I just reminded myself, like, fuck yeah, man, it's good. All of this stuff can be good if we make it good. If you're having the perspective when you're speaking to strangers, like, oh, I'm bugging them. Oh, I hope I'm not like coming in and disturbing their lives. Oh, I hope I'm not invading their privacy. Like, that is the worst self-talk you could possibly have. Because the truth is, if you're in high energy, just you and your presence being in their lives is a benefit to them. Seriously. Even if it's a cold email, even if it's a cold LinkedIn DM, even if it's a cold call, like whatever it is, it all depends on your energy, right? And it all depends on how you actually come to the table and how you perceive it. That makes the biggest difference. So, yeah, I just thought I'd throw that in here in this video for you guys because I'm just feeling so passionate about that. Like, I'm excited now for the first time in a while. Like, I've been so bored and it's been such a mundane process, but I'm excited now to set the next person on a call, right? And be like, hey, you want to connect this week? Like, you want to, talk shop? You want to talk some business this week? Like, that's a great thing to ask someone. It's not something bad. It's not something cringe. It's not, invasive. It's a good thing, especially for the average business owner, or quite frankly, the average business owner is not in my ICP, but, especially, okay, I would say for the average business owner who's like under 10K a month revenue, it's a benefit for them because they're probably not speaking to that many people, right? So it's a major benefit for them. For the person or the company that is doing like more than 50K or 100K a month, my ICP is like anyone doing more than 50K a month in revenue. I don't really want to deal with anyone who's doing less than that. Like, that's kind of a waste of my time. But someone who's having a company doing more than 50K a month, that's worth my time. So especially the companies in the ICP doing more than 50K a month, like, the thing is, they're already in that mindset. And so it's more so, if they're a qualified lead, here's the thing. If they're a qualified lead, they already have the mindset of being set on a call because, like, that's the process. Like, absolutely then don't be afraid to ask because, like, they're expecting that, right? It's kind of weird if you don't, grow some balls and be like, hey, you want to talk shop this week? Like, that's the standard procedure. Why not? Why not? Because, like, chatting on text is a waste of time as well. It's much more efficient to be able to get your questions answered on a live call and to, like, connect with the person that you can potentially have solving your problems. In this case, it's like you are going to solve their problems, right? So if it is a real problem for them, the natural next progression, the natural next step is for them to speak face-to-face on a call because it's the most productive thing. Like, why would you want to keep it on email or text? Like, you want to sit there all day, like, moving your fingers? Like, it's not, like, for me, I definitely don't want that. I want to speak to someone either on a phone call or a face-to-face. So yeah, I hope this helps, guys, because, like, this is really something that removed my fear of setting people onto a call and asking. Make the ask. Give the CTA, not just once. Give it, like, 10 times, right? Not in one email, but like my point is like, don't be afraid to make the first call to action, and don't be afraid to follow up. That's what I'm trying to say by 10 times. Like, don't be afraid to follow up, because like that's the thing as well. There's just a whole other side to this mindset. So on the follow-up side, it's the same thing. It's like, I actually respect someone who's consistent and who's going to follow up. It's kind of less respect if someone's not consistent and not consistently following up. It's like, do you have any discipline, right? It's like, are you even serious about making the sale? Because like, of course you're trying to make a sale. That's why you're doing a cold email. I'm talking about like, if someone tries to cold email you, right? Like, it's almost like you respect them. Like for me, I respect someone who's going to be doing follow-ups, because why the hell would they cold email if they're not trying to make a sale? And why would they stop following up unless they're convictionate about what they do? That's the process in my head. So again, like, I respect someone more if they're following up consistently every 3 days or every 7 days. And then every 60 days after that cycle, they're recontacting me and trying to restart the conversation and reinitiating that cycle until I buy, even if it's for 5 years. Like, that's fucking savage. Like, why would I? If someone did that, literally did that consistently for a year or two, they would 100% get me on a call. Do you know what's funny? I don't think I know a single person who has ever done that. I have never in my life, I swear in my life, I've never had someone contact me contact me with 8 follow-ups, and then if I don't reply after 8 follow-ups, they recontact me in 60 days time, and they redo that process over and over again. I've never had someone do that for 24 months. And if they did, I would have probably gotten on a call. I would probably be their customer, because I would respect them so fucking much, because like nobody's ever done that. Think about that. That's insane. I would say, okay, I can think of 2 companies that have attempted, and it's only recently, and I respect the shit out of them, and I will probably be a customer in the future. Number 1 is Klaviyo. A sales rep from Klaviyo, I think he's an SDR. He has reached out to me, I think 5 times now, like 5 cycles. I think they wait 30 days and recontact. Again, like I have not replied yet, but dude, like I respect him. It's legit. It's awesome. I respect the rep and I respect the company. I know that company is successful. I know they're crushing it with deal flow, because like I'm a happy prospect and I have not replied. And a bad sales rep will assume, oh, that like they probably don't like me like reaching out like this. But actually, don't assume, because actually I'm very happy you reaching out to me. I'm respecting it. I'm impressed. It's just that now's not the time. Like, I don't need Klaviyo because I'm not doing warm emails right now. I do cold emails, right? I don't have a giant warm list that I need to contact. So I don't need Klaviyo right now. It doesn't make sense for me personally. It's just a timing thing. But in no way, shape, or form are they annoying me. I'm actually super happy. So that Klaviyo is the one company, and then the second company, the only other company that's doing this is I think it's HubSpot. A rep from HubSpot did the same thing, and they're cold emailing me every, I don't know how many times they've done it. I don't know how often, what the cadence is, but it's also been like 3 or 4 times. And I remember them, and each time they reach out, I'm like, oh, it's him, you know, every time. So yeah. So there's 2 limiting beliefs that hopefully I've just broken for you if you are struggling with something like this. So the one is asking for the call, asking for the CTA, and then number 2 is reinitiating and just following up. So doing the follow-ups and then reinitiating the follow-up cycle. You know, both of those things. Two separate things, but 2 massive conviction problems that I will say 90% of people trying to do sales has. And if you can get over these limiting beliefs and actually just create this new mental model, which is what I'm giving you now, right? This is a mental model. then this is where the money lies. Okay? Because the money lies in consistent action over time. And you just get like you will get so many more customers coming through the door if you can just build that pipeline and just work the pipeline over time, over a 6-month period, right? You just work the pipeline. And quite frankly, majority of the sales will happen in 6 months, but definitely some of them will happen past the 6-month mark. But yeah, I would say like 70%, 80%, whatever, will happen within the 6 months, right? From starting that process and working the leads. But yeah, so hope that helps, guys. Have a great week ahead and crush your goals. Take care.